It's me again, nobody. And I want to say congratulations to the Toronto Raptors for their first NBA championship. I think it's well deserved. I think they were warriors. Um, but I want to point out something. Um, there has been reports that, and I believe these reports, um, that all along it was an Achilles issue with Kevin Durant, and that many people knew about it, even his agent. Um, but they elected still to go out there and make the decision to have Kevin Durant play for the sake of winning an NBA championship. Um, and like I said, I put a lot of that on Kevin because you got to know yourself. You got people that will have you on one level with the level of thinking that you know, um, yeah, you're a warrior. Or people saying this, and and usually that's a level of feelings and emotions. Nothing dealing with intelligence. Um, while they on a different level, they on a level dealing with money. The people you are dealing with and everything that you are involved in deals with money. Look at the FDA, right? The FDA passed the Food and Drug Administration. They pass and let stuff go through that they know are harmful to people, um, the American people, right? But the people who are putting these food products out and any other product out, they letting the Food and Drug Administration officials and anybody else involved that is in the capacity to pass these things and push them through to where as though we begin using these products, they say, listen, we are going to make billions and billions of dollars off this. So let this go through. You think people are not thinking like that? Greed is the most powerful motivator in this society right now. And then 5, maybe even 10 years later, then they come out with the emergency warning. Oh, this could cause this and this could cause that. But they knew ahead of time, listen, let us have a good 10-year run to make so much money, and we don't care the damage that is done to the masses as a whole. And it's the same thing with the Warriors organization. They dealing with money. Now, none of these commentators, especially Stephen A. Smith, he is the sorriest. Stephen A. Smith don't care how sorry he is. That's what makes Stephen A. Smith one of the worst. He doesn't even care. He's just a loudmouth fool, right? And he is so fearful of saying anything against the establishment because he loves being where he's at. And he doesn't realize that where he's at is nowhere. If you got to compromise your self-esteem, man, then you are a sad person. And I'm telling you that the Warriors organization said to themselves, okay, it's a win-win for us. If he goes in and performs good, we could win an NBA championship. If it's Achilles tear becomes a rupture, then guess what? When he comes to the table, because he was up to be one of the highest paid player of all time until another one comes that's better than him or could command that same pay. KD was up to go to Golden State and say, listen, man, you need me? You want me? Give me that bread. And they knew it, right? So they bamboozled him, as I said in my last video, because this is what they do. When you don't know who you are, you're bamboozled, right? And I want all these athletes, I want all these entertainers, right, to study players like Muhammad Ali, right? Study players like Kaepernick. Study players like even Kawhi Leonard. Look what Kawhi Leonard did. He stood up to the Spurs organization and the media and everybody who questioned him. And now he's an NBA champion. But Kevin Durant's agent, right? You guys that got these agents, you think these agents are in your best interest, but they're not. I'm gonna tell you something. I say, and I come on here and I mention that I'm nobody, but I'm gonna tell you who I am. I am the president and CEO of a nonprofit organization called When the Ball Fumbles, and we're fairly new, but we are totally, totally legit, right? And one of my missions that I stated in formulating this nonprofit organization was mentoring. Mentoring. Mainly, my eyes were set on these entertainers and mainly these athletes who have people around them that don't care about their well-being. They just don't. Right? So, I am somebody who you can legitimately come to, acquire, for advice, for mentoring. You say, "Oh, I'm 30 years old, I don't need mentoring," or I'm this age, I got a son, I don't need mentoring. Some of you guys don't know, and some of you females don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. And you need somebody solid, and you need somebody sound. But most importantly, you need somebody that cares. And so I wish I was involved with KD, because I would have told him, "Man, before I let you go on that floor, I'll knock you out." That's how strongly I feel, and that's how strongly I care about you. And you might find it offensive, but yeah, I'll use that kind of language to let you know I care about you just that much, man. And I'm not going to let you be bamboozled by these people who care nothing about you. Just keeping it real.